Welcome to hole number one of everybody's favorite course, City Park, playing here in the Breakpoint tournament. Now, hole number one, par three here, as you can see, four back, one right. We're going right at it. I set this one up with the top of the yellow and the bottom of the yellow right on the fringe, and we're just pointing it directly to the pin. 20% max here, played with a backbone and a navigator. As always, I don't care which ball or how you play with your balls. This game is for fun. I hope you have fun, and I hope you have a great tournament. So just a clean little setup here. Perfect ball. That's all we need. And I'm telling you, that gives us a great chance here, because this course, we're going to need these drops, believe me. All right, so a shared hatred for hole number two is probably the best way to describe it. I'm playing it here anywhere from 3 to 4.5 top, with 2 to 3 bars of left spin. The idea here, take a look, I'm landing kind of in the flat part of the depression between those two rough. You don't want to be too close to the rough, closer to you or further away, because then you get a different kick off of that little hill, and you can get a bit of a glitchy roll that's going to take you forward. So err on the side of less top spin to get started, 2 to 3 bars, and then adjust accordingly. So 10% max there was the adjustment. Tighten and an extra mile club here, and all things fair, you should be cleanly down the middle here. Now, I'm just playing to get the birdie here. Again, this is one of the hardest holes in the game. Setting it up here, negative 10% max with the sniper, and as you can see, we're actually going to apply here 1 bar of backspin and approximately 0.5 bars of right spin. Now, I know you see all those bars to side spin. It's a little bit older footage, but just understand that a Titan in the current game has 2 bars of right spin. So we're using 1 back, half right, negative 10 max here. And take a look where that second bounce is. It's approximately the distance, like the width of the fringe before the fringe, to give you a little bit of an idea how to really set this one up. There is a rough bump you can play here on the left. It's like disgustingly difficult, and I would say here, if you can just get this ball cleanly to the green in 2, and as you can see, give yourself a little chance at it. You might get a drop, but you definitely will prevent the par. Hole number 3, this one is a very, very long par 5. I play it here with a Titan and a quarterback, 3 to 4 bars of top spin, and anywhere from, half to a bar of right spin. That is, of course, in a strong right to left wind. If this was a left or right wind, we might want to play a bar of left spin. So keep that kind of on the fly adjustments in mind. The bottom line here on the drive is we want to get this ball as close to the end of the fairway without going over. And with this setup here in this particular wind condition, this seems to work out just fine. Even with the great ball, which probably took a little bit of our power off. So as you can see, getting a little bit close there. 3 bars of top spin. It might have been the perfect amount. Second shot, then, you do need distance here. I said this is a long hole. If you get an eagle here, it's going to feel like an albatross, believe me. 10% max with the big dog. If you have a high-level cat, of course, you can play that as well. 2.5 top, 2 left. See the bottom of the yellow ring is sort of just past the rough here. I'm aiming to have the ball below that bunker that you see in the frame at the top of the fairway here. So clean, easy adjustment here. No big deal. 10% max. Just try to hit perfect. That's in everybody's notes. They just don't always write it there. So something you might want to keep in mind. Like I said, there's the bunker just a little bit before it. Sets us up for a very interesting rough bump here on the third shot. I've got the backbone play, your favorite long iron. 3 top, about 1.6 bars of left spin. Take careful look at this ball guide and also where we are landing. That's very, very important that you can find the line here. It's not easy. The yellow ring is touching the bunker. That could be of assistance. And I'm adjusting here 10% mid distance. And, like I said, if you can get this one to drop, it is absolutely an incredible feeling, because we're still playing long iron here on the third shot. These are the kind of holes that people get so uptight about. I understand if you hate City Park. I still love you. I love it. It's going to be fun. It's like going back to an old friend. Get in the hole. We'll see you on number 4. Hole number 4, I'm going to show you 2 ways to play it here. I call this the bottom landing, or bottom landing position. I'm going to use some top spin with a long iron, 3.2 top, 0.5 bars of right spin here. And as you can see, I've got the top of that yellow ring very close to the rough, and we're just lining it up directly to the pin. Second bounce on the green. And, you know, there's also a rough bump on this hole. I like these courses that have a lot of different options. So that's why I'm showing you two. These are two that I have drops for, which, spoiler alert, might be a good thing. If that's a valuable bit of information for you, hey, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the video. Subscribe to Erelic Gaming. I love to see new people in the stream and all my good old friends too. Come on back. We'll do this one again. All right, so hole number 4 now. This time I happen to have a Goliath. That's just so that I can have less rings to adjust. You'll see that I don't actually adjust this one quite properly. However, it's quite a simple setup here. 0 spin, no top, no side, and I'm literally just putting this one here in the middle, aiming it at the pin. I kind of knew how much to bowl here. I regret not making a proper adjustment, but then when you get that ball in the hole, so it could be 10% max here, 10% mid, but that is very close to a drop. Hole number 5, this par 4, I would say is a very good chance for a drop. I set it up here with an extra mile and a navigator. Now, 3 top, 1 right. If you have an EM like 6 or 5, use a Titan ball or a Katana ball. Give yourself a little bit more power just so that you can kind of get in the same landing position. Watch your ball guide here, as those branches that are clipping or sticking out to the left can definitely clip your ball guide if you play it too aggressively. Keep that in mind. Even a tiny little touch, a little click or right curl here sometimes is the way to do it. Now, you don't need a ton of power. Anywhere up near the corner here of the fairway is absolutely awesome. And it's going to leave us for a nice second shot with the short iron. I typically prefer the Thorn. I play this one 2 bars of backspin. And we're just going to set it up. Ball guide to the pin, 10%. Medium distance is going to be the adjustment here. I've got a long history with this hole. I've played it so many times. I really think you need to get the drop here to give yourself a really good chance to push forward in your bracket. So if you have to spend some practice tokens, do it here on hole number 5, because I really think it's going to be worth it. And again, if you're going to step up your ball choice, this is again a valuable opportunity on an otherwise difficult course. So perfect ball. You know what that's going to mean. Get in the hole, baby. We'll see you on the next one. Hole number 6, and this par 5 is one of the very few that I recommend that you bring a good ball. A Zerk, maybe you can get it done with a Titan if we have perfect wind, but just keep in mind that taking this path does give us a decent opportunity for an albatross on an otherwise very difficult hole. So here we are, extra mile on the right-hand side, 4.5 top, 0.5 bars of right spin. I did push this one back up to maximum distance, and I believe I actually give it a tiny little smidgen of overpower. The idea being here is that I'm using the yardage marker. There's the push up here. Yeah, right there. Using the yardage marker at the end of the fairway as my guide. And yeah, a little bit of overpower. I don't quite break the circle there, touching the bottom of the inside adjustment circle. Bouncing it nicely once, twice here on the fairway. Third one's going to be in the rough right near that marker, but we bounce out perfectly. Anywhere down in this little area here should be absolutely perfect. 383 yards, second shot with the big dog. Depending how this tournament wind comes in, we may be able to make it with a better club. This is just to demonstrate to you, this path is a great way to go. Got some room to work with, which means we can adjust our ball. We're not at perfect minimum. So -10 mid is what I played here. Probably could have been actually 0% or so. I do come in a little bit left of the hole, and our second bounce while we're setting it up on the green, it actually, you'll see when it comes in and plays live, we actually do clip the fringe a little bit. So not a crime, you know, to get it there nicely in 2 on a par 5 and giving ourselves a chance. But keep that in mind. You know, I'm always trying to make those adjustments with the tournament win conditions. I played it at -10 mid. I know it's been dropped at that, but this particular shot still very decent. It gives you a great way to play the hole. Okay, so hole number 7 is, if this is a par 4, like, you got to double check, look at it, right? It's ridiculous. It's long. It's one of the kind of reasons that City Park has the reputation that it does. I'm playing Quasar extra mile, 10% max, 4 top, 2 left, and you can see how we're just tucking it into that little left part on the fairway. I do tend to give this one curl sometimes, but it can be a bit glitchy, and in this nice tailwind, it was not necessary. As you can see, we're going to bounce and roll close to the hazard here, but nothing too crazy. Looking at this one, you know you're going to have to be playing it with at least a wood here. I've got the sniper, going to be a good a good look at it. The problem with this is the fairway is really uneven. It's difficult to find that consistency. This shot's a bit entertaining. 3 back, 1 right, and I play it here at 0% mid distance. Now, the problem is we're going to drop it with a great ball. So we're going to have to tweak things a little bit, but this does, again, give you the path. It shows you the way, and it gives us at least a little bit of a direction to get this very, very difficult eagle. If you can pocket some of these drops that we've put together in this video, you're going to have no problem walking away with a podium finish in this tournament. Hole number 8, I think this is a pretty awesome setup. I've got a Saturn and a Quasar ball here, and we're setting it up with the bottom of that yellow ring. I would say that it should actually be moved up by about a half to 1 green square. And I set this one with 6 bars of backspin, 2 bars of right spin. And that's why we need the Saturn. You need that backspin. So if you have a long iron that's your favorite and you can get 6 bars of backspin, you go right ahead and use it. Clean little 10% max adjustment pull, and you'll see this one gives us a very good run for our money. If you're looking out for all sorts of Golf Clash content, you love live tournament play and videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any time I go live or post new content. Hole number 9, this is actually a very good chance for a drop. 3 top, 3 right, quarterback, and a kingmaker. Now, I specifically have this kingmaker here because we need distance on that second shot, and we do need that right spin here on the drive. So it's a great ball choice. If you've got higher level clubs, you could probably get away with using a katana here. I adjust here 10% max, and half the clear ring is in the right rough, and I did use about a half a ball of right curl. Watch this second bounce. It's going to just be very close to the rough, so don't go too heavy on the curl there, and you should be just fine. Second shot, I'm using a Viper. Once again, we need that distance. 3 bars of back, half a bar of right spin, and I got that second bounce just past the rough here. If you're looking for notes for this tournament, I will be posting rookie notes based on this video on my webpage, erelicgaming.com, and you go ahead and download those for free. I also make notes during the 9 holes for pro, but I won't be posting any pro notes during this tournament. So, like I said, 10% max here, and just a clean, perfect hit. There's not that many opportunities for drops in this tournament, and if you can get this one to go anytime you got an Albie baby, that is really, really good for this scorecard. So I hope you get one. I wish you luck. Thank you for watching.